YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, and I am back in the Total War Rome Remastered Carthage Imperial campaign, and we are going to continue. We left off last time, which was having captured Numantia and Nepte down here in the Sahara. We have expanded our holdings, essentially, and now our eyes are going to be turning to Cyrenaica and Siwa, or Libya here. So that's where we're going to be headed next, and we will be invading Gaul. I've got my armies in position near the watchtowers, ready to move into enemy territory. We'll be attacking Limonum here, which is a town, which means it's going to be very, very small. Then we have Narbo here, which is a large town, and then San Massilia is actually a minor city, so it'll be significant capture. Now, if we have extra population anywhere here, which we will at Cordoba once it upgrades, we could probably start to try and dump some of that population, or we could do the same, like dump it from Carthage via boat all the way up to Limonum. So we may do that, just to kind of help spread some of our population to these far-flung areas where it would be better put to use, because right now we have a whole lot of population clogging up a few settlements. Much like a toilet at a rest stop that hasn't been tended to in days by the janitor. Did Air just compare his population to a clogged toilet? Yes, he did. That is just the type of love and care you get from me when I'm the leader. Sure, that it makes you all wish you lived in Air's Carthage. Alright, there we go. We'll push the Julii back to their boat and send them packing. That army was a joke and not a very funny one. Okay, we still got quite a few buildings left. I could transfer some population to Carolus, but it's probably not super necessary because we're going to be building stuff there for quite a long time. Mostly, here's my strategy that I employ. Maybe this will help explain some of the madness. And if I am just mad, you know, someone will mention it here. But I like for a settlement to be able to build through all of its buildings before it reaches the next tier. It's not necessary, but I kind of like that. And so from a population standpoint, like Carolus here has a pretty low population, all things considered. I don't care as long as I've still got buildings to be building. If I'm not building anything, then that irritates me, and I want to move some population there so that I can continue increasing the strength of the settlement without wasting campaign time. Hopefully that makes sense, because I think that's what I have in mind for these. There is another Balearic Slinger. I'm going to snag that. Spanish mercenaries. Honestly, I'm just going to grab those two. We'll disband them when we're done with them. And let's go ahead and start moving towards Limonum. In fact, if I disband them in Limonum, it can help the city grow. There's only barbarian mercenaries available to me here. I'm going to grab those as well. Quite a bit of money spent on barbarians, but it's okay. Level 4 commander here, this Gallic general. I can't get to him. Osca's pretty pissed off. Numantia is going to be pretty angry. This is all to be expected. We're still settling these places down. I don't have extra family members to plonk down there at the moment. Let's go ahead and end this turn. We may get besieged by that very, very tiny Brudii force. We've reached by Lazora. Let's get trade rights and some map information. Enemies are Egypt. You know, I might try and work the war against Egypt with Macedon. Not yet, but when the time comes, that could be handy.
Generous proposal.
To help me build up an ally. What's going on with Germania here? We've already got trade rights with them. There's really not much here we can do. Let's cancel that. Looks like we've reached the Brudii fleet here. Sunk one of their ships, sent them packing.
Victory!
No retreat now, losers.
Ships ready! Yes, mighty lord.
Let's fix up our ships, and we have not made it through the turn end. We need to go through the turn end. Macedon kicking some rebels out there. It's a rather large army. I love the shirtless hoplite who leads the army too. That's how you know you're tough. When you walk into a war just wearing kind of like a man skirt and no shirt, and you got a helmet on, it's like, I'll protect my head. Everything else in my body is pretty expendable. And so be it, you know, if it's lost. It is a very, very bold decision. And I appreciate the bold nature. Master, you know what, I'm gonna disband these mercs here because they're really not doing me much good. And we just took on all those other mercenaries.
Engage the enemy.
Get rid of this Velite gladiator.
Glorious victory.
They killed more of my elephants, which is terribly convenient. One of these places I think I can train elephants. I don't remember where it was at. Yeah, it must have been back at Carthage, because it's not either one of these. Well, eventually we'll be able to retrain the elephants here, assuming I don't get the unit killed before we get to that point, which, you know, I might. It's me we're talking about after all. Income is still good. Let's head to Carthage. Let's complete another building. We can now train slingers in Carthage. I work on the Grand Bazaar. I don't need any military buildings at the moment. Alma is going to need some population, which is almost there. There's a pleasure cruise headed that way. Carthago Nova needs the upgraded town center. Cirta. It's good for roads because it's a long ways out there. It's good to be able to move quicker. It gives you extra trade income as well. Let's see, Demeti. Let's go ahead and do the city barracks. Let's do the execution square, and then we'll do the city barracks. Let's be honest, I'm not going to do any recruiting there over the next few turns. Lepsis, let's give them some sewers, because they need the extra growth and public order. Tingi also needs some population dispersal. And Asturica could use some as well, though I don't know that there is any near at hand. Let's see, plus I'm going to have to recruit even more troops to help hold the settlement. Just grab some town militia. There you go, that'll tide them over. Alright, town militia. Town militia can be a good way to help kind of just keep the public order in check.
My liege.
Be, you know, a little lower cost.
General.
I'm not gonna worry too much about this. I mean, I don't want him to walk past me, but I don't want him to keep just fleeing away. Yeah, what he's gonna keep doing, so nuts to him. We're just gonna go attack Narbo, and then I'm gonna send this army on its path to Lamonum. Should spot that army. No, maybe they went into an ambush somewhere there. I don't know. I don't see them. This general, by the way, is age 50. Hopefully he'll last a little longer. Small army of Gauls here. Shouldn't be anything that can overcome my garrisons. So, should be okay. Alma, we can't build anything. Same thing at Tingi. Sturica, same. Nepta, same. Alright, so nothing that we can build. Let's take our peasant pleasure cruise and put ashore here at Palma. And I'm gonna start disbanding. Let's actually start with the peasants. I'm gonna start disbanding peasants here. There we go. So that's getting the population growth going. Yeah, Palma's actually now mad. That's hilarious. Crap, that means I'm training some people to keep him from fighting. Get some excess town watch. I guess the town size is outgrowing the garrison. I'm gonna dump some more population in now. They're mad at him. Whatever. Be mad. Take your population.
Ships ready.
Sire. March.
You know what we could do? Definitely be a bit of a risk of riot. Do we have any mercenaries available to us? More Balearic Slingers? Okay, grab them. Let's get back in here. So that'll actually help calm people down a little. Let's do that. I'm trying to get the population here as high as possible.
March.
Gonna continue to piss off the local population because we're just dumping a whole bunch of people here. There we go, 59, 54. We should hit the growth on the next turn. I'm gonna take the rest of these and I'm gonna go dump them at Tingi. There we go. Palma will quickly grow. Go dump the rest at Tingi. We've made our moves here. And I was starting some training here in Carthage. We have the extra commander here at Lepsus as well. Busy. Yeah, I'm going to start just training peasants away at Thapsus. And I'll start moving those over to Lepsus because we're going to need to train some more troops. And I kind of need to shift population as we go. Let's see, town grows. That is going to be Carthago Nova, which we picked up, so we're good. Let's end the turn. Get some cash back in our coffers. Wow, Narbo's going to have a pretty sizable garrison. A lot of Gauls outside Narbo Mardius. Do have that second army, and we could focus everything at Narbo, as there's probably no real threat coming down to us from Lamonum because it's just a small town.
Onward. Sire!
Assuming this guy gets reinforcements if we attack him here.
Engage
Not
the
that I'm
enemy!
terribly worried about it. Yeah, he does. We could easily kill both their armies here. And I've got my own reinforcements nearby, so let's do that. Let's be proactive and attack the Gauls here. Mow down as much of that garrison army as we can. What we'll want to do is attack the initial Gaul force very quickly, so that before the reinforcements have arrived, we've already begun either an entire or mostly having mopped up what's
Take up
there.
your
Let's
spears.
wait, because the rain
Saddle the
hurts our
horses.
stamina
Drink the last
recovery.
of your wine. Fate awaits the
Let's
soldiers.
start deployment.
My orders.
Fortunately, we are going to have to run straight up a hill into their face. That's not ideal for these nor any circumstances in this game. Typically want to just be running straight uphill,
Iberian
which is what we're doing.
Units.
It's
Units, run.
blocking formation,
Move at the double.
sake of
Move
maneuverability.
at the double. With all haste.
Start battle.
The enemy
Should
have
be right
proved
up
their
before me. Let's
cowardice.
run
They
because
have
the reinforcements are coming.
As if numbers mattered.
Coming from way over here. They got a pretty good walk on their hands. They're not even on the battlefield yet, and they do come on rather slowly, so let's go get in their face early and often.
Iberian infantry. Attack!
I'm gonna try and double up my melees where I can.
Units. Units. Units.
Go.
Units. Units.
Spreading out. Yeah, we should achieve a full envelopment. This uphill charge is not going to be kind to us. Or should it be?
Units. Units.
Is that my general? Yeah, it looks like him. Like all the way back there at the back.
With all haste. Units. Double. Units.
Turn around and charge there. Timing should be about right. Let's smash this Chosen Swordsman. We were doubled up on the Chosen Swordsman on purpose. Still may go south for us rather quickly. This warband should collapse rather quickly. They're pinched right now, though they're getting a ton of kills on this cavalry. I guess it hit them just a little bit early. Okay, good wrap up. Wrap up. We need to run down. Let's bring my general up. Wow, we crushed that Chosen Sword. Yeah, their reinforcements aren't anywhere close to arriving on time. Already caused another rout over here.
Enemy general shows
Oh
his
yeah,
value.
here comes the slaughter.
Filled only by a desire to save his own skin.
Crush the skirmisher warband. Alright, so the initial Gallic army has been thoroughly defeated.
Upon you today. The enemy general has been killed.
A
and
swift
his
and
men
decisive
lose
victory.
heart. The enemy flee. Chase them from the field.
We lost very little infantry. We did take some losses on cavalry. We were taking more losses right there against the skirmisher warband. That's kind of annoying. Or maybe that warband regrouped right before we attacked it. That may have been what happened. Alright, let's get our infantry reformed. Let them rest a little. Warm up. Here, another skirmisher warband. Now this army we want to be very effective at making it very, very dead. Meaning we don't want to let any of these troops get away if we can avoid it, because the more dead we make them, the easier it is to take the settlement when we get there. My troops aren't fully rested, but I'm willing to risk it. Our victory here should be very, very decisive. Run down this skirmisher warband as entirely as I can. Should actually end up overwhelming their infantry. Yep, along the main front there, which is already happening. In that flanking position. Skirmisher warband's dead.
Units! Attack! Units!
Just keep the attention of this swordsman while we get a rear charge into the other swordsman.
With all haste! Units!
Let's run down this unit and this unit.
Units!
Just get my general away from that. Get out, get out, get out!
Run!
I want that RNG.
Cavalry! Kill
Let's
them!
fix this swordsman.
Enemy general shows his value. He is filled only by desire to
Chase the
save his
fleeing
own
units, you
skin.
get them. Another skirmisher warband, we've got an attack order on it. There's the attack, rear charge there.
Quickly! With all haste!
Back in this fight. Good targets here for our general to run down. I said we want to thoroughly
The enemy flee.
destroy this army
Chase
that
them
came
from the
reinforcing
field
from
and
the
give them
settlement,
no rest or pity.
Attack!
because then there will be nothing left for them to guard the settlement with. There was another army nearby that they may move into position, but again, this just removes more troops from their availability. This is a pretty decisive slaughter here of the Gallic forces. Call it good there.
The enemy lie dead before you. Save for the
2,800
few with
more
the wit
Gauls
to run away.
slaughtered. A loss of less than 400 of our own. So those are Hannibal type numbers. I'm good putting that type of stuff up on the scoreboard.
Victory is ours, mighty one!
Yep, Narbo is now completely undefended.
Prepare for battle!
We can occupy it without a siege, so that was a very fortuitous development for me.
Captured.
Going to need to retrain our troops. Let's pick some of the most damaged units first. 119. Cavalry, I mean, it doesn't really matter much at this point. Should be okay. We're not going to be able to retrain everything. We should be able to get most everything.
Orders!
This army is honestly probably not needed here, so we'll probably take them a different direction on the next turn. Let's see. Look at our building situation. Let's go to Billy Bayum. This thing going here. Shipwright never hurts. Gives us more trade fleets. Alma, nothing is available to build yet, but should be on the next turn. Syracuse, let's go ahead and just put roads in. Tingy, we're waiting on growth. At Messana, let's do the archery range so we can train slingers. Asturica, there's nothing we can do here at the moment. Without excess population, which we just don't have. At Numantia, I'm going to put in some public baths, try and keep the public order in check. Nothing we can do at Nepte. And then at Narbo, let's go ahead and tear down any sacred groves. And let's tear down any taverns. Those are buildings that we can't upgrade later. Blacksmith stables, practice room. I don't think there's any taverns here, so we'll leave some of the other trash. Right, the Bale. Good. Population here at Narbo is not terrible. It's not great. It's enough that we can recruit units should it be needed. So Narbo is under our control. Cordoba rioted. You're almost done, people. Just hold off on your rioting for just a short while. Hold off on your riots. Then we can take some of that excess population from Cordoba and try and spread it north, because it will be needed. Start a caravan of peasants. I think all we have to do is just get inside of the Sahara territory where we disband, and then it goes to that settlement. So Carthage, we have another tiny Julii army that
Orders?
stepped off the boats here. It's the same one, in fact. Apparently not having learned their lesson the first time, they decide to take the road of utter destruction. I'm glad they chose that. It makes me happy. They may not like it, but I sure appreciate it.
Ships ready! Prepare to engage!
Proactive with this fleet here, like do some
Ready to
Roman
sail.
hunting.
Make ready for combat!
And then this
Ready
fleet
to sail.
come drop off the
Yes,
remainder of
mighty
our
lord. Ships ready!
citizens. We got some rebels here we're going to have to deal with once we get an opportunity. I could just use a diplomat to disband them. That's just another diplomat I'm going to have to deal with. Yeah, I'll kill him with the troops shortly. Army routes, faction announcements. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Taking care of all of our buildings, so we're starting to stack up a little bit of cash, at least for the last turn or so here. And that should be the case. As we continue to take more territory and improve buildings, you're going to see the cash start to snowball. But at the same time, we're going to need more garrison forces, we're going to need more armies, like, so it should balance out in the end to get me what I need. I've seen that glitch happen sometimes where some text ends up being here that shouldn't be there.
Ships ready! Make ready for combat!
Sunk another one of their
The
ships.
sea is yours, great lord!
Get rid of these
Ships
Gauls
ready.
over here.
Attack!
Do a little naval policing.
We are supreme!
And we'll go
Ships
get back into
ready.
port, repair our ships, kind of continue to police the waters there with our fleet.
Aye, great lord? Yes, mighty lord.
Take these characters out and disband them. Love how the population hates me just dropping people off. They're like, stop it! Oh well, get used to it. Alright. It's got writing all around. Good stuff. Wouldn't be as much fun without it. Let's build the next temple, and then we'll go to the sewers, because it's an easy win for happiness. That settlement should be safe. I'm going to head up north towards Lamonum. I want to kind of get the Gauls on all fronts here. Continue the training. I no longer need... Well, I don't need the barbarian mercenaries, so let's just disband them. And train other troops to replace them if we need to. In fact, I probably will. Think about just using Town Watch for the repression's sake, because they're cheaper. Just leave Town Militia. I think that's what we'll do. We'll just train enough Town Militia to hold these places and then move on with our armies in order to save some cash on army upkeep. Let's see, Thapsus. And build the secret police HQ. These people have been having some issues with public order. Careless. Traitor in there. Alma is so close to growing. They must be having... Yeah, the population growth is 0 per turn right now, so that's great. What we need. Fortunately, we're waiting on the population growth, and we're so close. We could probably just disband a single unit and get there. There we go. That should cause the town growth. Yep. Alright, so Palma's going to get over the hurdle there, so done. Tinkering with those population mechanics. It's fun stuff. I don't know if population mechanics have any place in Warhammer. Yeah, but I'll be honest, they are a little bit fun. Like here, I mean, I don't think it's a make or break for me on like whether a campaign's good, but it is kind of fun to tinker with. Kind of fun. Like I said, not a make or break,
My liege.
but adds a fun little control element that the player has to manage. As long as they don't make it really, like, painfully, like where you just happen to, like, really micromanage a ton of crap all the time. As long as that's not the case, then I think it should be pretty fun. Okay, let's check. It's Cordoba. They finished upgrading their city. Let's go ahead and put in an execution square because these people just won't calm down. Nothing we can do in Scalabus at the moment. It's got quite a lot of growth needed. Oh, you know what we could do at Cordoba? Because we've completed the building of the new government stuff, we could just start spamming peasants and sending them to other settlements to help them grow as well. Okay. Ingi doesn't have population growth, so that's good. Alright, let's get back in here. Scalabus, Lepsis. Anything in Scalabus? No. So Scalabus is now tapped out in terms of buildings. Let's see. Lepsis. Let's get some more cash. Nothing we can do at Tingi for the next little while. Same thing at Asturica. Just nothing we can do there at the moment. Osca, a little bit left to do. Nepte, we're waiting on the population transfusion to arrive, which is on its way from Thapsus as we speak. Again, money left over, so that is good news. Ooh, Hannibal came of age at Lepsis. Not the Hannibal. But you know, you can always pretend. We got a character named Hannibal, though. He needs an army. Saltus Hannibal. He doesn't have any command skill either. Let's take him up to Carthage and... or we could just send the army down to him and go ahead and send him on against Militia. I'm gonna keep training. I have to cease training peasants for a turn or two here while I get some troops. I imagine that this is like, so for instance, this is a large town. Yes, it's not going to be big enough to support Libyan spearmen. Go check Cyrenaica, but my guess is they're not going to be big enough to support Libyan spearmen. The settlements in Egypt probably would be. So what I need to do then is start training some Iberians and round shields, because we're just not going to have the support structure in place, and we'll give that army to Hannibal. Go ahead and end a turn. Take Hannibal on the road to Egypt. I know, Heir, shouldn't Hannibal invade Carthage? Well, it's not even the right Hannibal. Well, Heir, you could roleplay. I know, we're just gonna go have some fun. Go have some fun. Alright, so... I don't know, I guess we could send him to Rome and send the other dude down there. We could give Hannibal some Sacred Band. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. You're not even here, and yet me hearing your comments before they happen has convinced me that I should change my plan, so well done. Well done indeed. Let's see, Numantia. Roads. Build the roads. After this, I didn't queue up that butts. Diego Nova. Diego Nova is actually pretty happy at the moment. Let's go ahead and put in a barracks while they're not rioting. On the other hand, Sirta also pretty happy at the moment. We've already got the right barracks. Already got the right... Oh, we're not going to be able to retrain elephants, I don't think, because I don't think they're present anywhere else. Yeah, I think you have to be in an area where elephants are present. That's why it's available here and not up on Sicily. That's right. Temple. Let's do the same here. Put the temple in. Ingi. Alright. Good stuff. Sirta does not have a governor. Let's take...
My liege.
Adonable Sirta. His name is Sirta. It's got it in the last suite. Let's take him out here to govern that settlement. We could use a governor at Demeti and Tingi as well. I'm going to leave this guy to govern Nepte for now. We've got an extra character
My
here
liege, mighty general, sire.
at Lepsis. I think we're gonna send his army, yeah, towards Cyrenaica, and then we're gonna have
Mighty
Hannibal.
general.
Let's go ahead and have Hannibal head
Onward.
back this way. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. And if Hannibal is gonna go to Rome, he doesn't need round shield cavalry. He's gonna need something better. So even though it's still light cavalry, I'd like to get him some long shield cavalry. We can train it from one of these other settlements, though. It's already available. I haven't built that in Carthage yet, so let's start him some round shield cavalry. We've got a nice Sacred Band phalanx for the middle of this army. It could use some spearmen on the flanks. Nice infantry unit there. Start training that for Hannibal. Set for buildings. Narbo under our control. Lamonum soon to be in our control. So we will have captured Narbo and Lamonum in this episode and be prepping to go get Siwa and Cyrenaica. Okay, good. I want to just make sure we're making good progress every episode. I want to be... It's too easy for me sometimes to kind of feel like a perfectionist, even though I'm not, obviously, but you know what I mean. Like, oh, I want to complete this before we go invade, or I want to reach, you know what I mean? Like, you can get bogged down in, like, pointless preparations and just kind of find yourself turtling up rather
My
than
liege.
just going and
Move out.
getting it done. The area here, this territory, we should be able to, let's take a look here. So 1227,
Orders.
and let's disband. Yep, works.
Mighty general. March.
Alright, let's get our peasants down there. So again, that'll help push Nepte to grow faster. We've got honestly excess population that we can send over from here because we've got a lot of buildings left. Could go ahead and start training some peasants from here at Demeti and send them down to Nepte as well while we're busy training other stuff at Thapsus. And then Sirta has a pretty big population. Tingi is still pretty upset. Scalabus needs growth.
Mighty general. March.
Get to walk around these stupid peasants. Alright, we'll get them in due time. Honestly, I think I am probably going to go ahead and just hire a diplomat. Hire a diplomat so we can get rid of these little crap stack armies like that. Put in some additional town watch in some of these places that are kind of upset as well. Alright, Lamonum is in sight.
Engage the enemy.
Start building the rams that we need.
Besieging settlements. Here.
And down here. The army is retrained. We've already got a couple of town watch to help keep Narbo from rioting, though it probably will if we were to leave. I'm gonna go ahead and let a couple more town watch get trained. Well, I don't know. Let's see what happens.
My lead.
Mighty
Let's risk it.
Engage the enemy.
Yeah, Narbo's gonna be pretty pissed, but he can deal.
My lead.
I want to try and get to Massilia. I want to try and put a big hurt on the Gauls in this episode if it's possible. Let's see, Carthage. Secret Sage. Let's this scriptorum could be good because we've got characters sitting here a lot. Helps improve them at times. It's possible it could help improve them, I should say. There's a chance of it. Yeah, Lily Biome can already train one. How you get Sacred Band cavalry? Building brow. A cavalry stables requirements. Carthage stable. I want to see more. Encyclopedia. It's the browser. Stupid encyclopedia here. I know you all won't be able to see this on screen, but let's see here. Construction, building browser. Building browser is accessible from the settlement panel and shows all the buildings you can construct. Okay, well, take a look. Settlement. Building browser. There we go. Alright. Found it. Military. So we've got Carthaginian stable. Oh, you can queue it up. I see. Shield for elephants. Okay, Sacred Band Cavalry. This comes from the Royal Stable, which is a tier 4. Alright, got it. Remind myself of that. It's been a long time. So, Syracuse. Upset. Let's give him a secret police HQ. Galibus is about to get a peasant infusion. Hingy needs a peasant infusion, but I can't get one to them currently. Go ahead and just queue the next building up for Messana. And Asturica, nothing I can do. Excellent. Alright, let's end this turn. Take a look at our idle resources. I mean, there's honestly not a whole lot I can do with these resources at the moment. Man, I don't know if I've had an agreement with Thrace. I'll go check. I don't even want this spy. Can I disband him? Yeah, just be gone. Don't need you. Alright, let's see. Announcements. Most advanced faction. If you all want to be in the most advanced faction, you gotta join Carthage, folks. That's how it rolls. What else is active? Other inactives. Okay, we got rid of him. Dealt with him. Let's go spy on the Romans, I guess. Something to do. Alright. Here we go. Got my agents active again. Our new governor has arrived. Hannibal moving towards Carthage to get prepped for an invasion of Italy. I'm going to give him a pretty solid army. We're going to be attacked outside Lamonum, which is very brave indeed of the Gauls. I have to commend them on this. Go down with dignity. Well, go down. I don't know about the dignity part. They're going to die, but I certainly don't intend to give them dignity.
There are many roads to victory. Today our road lies through the enemy's ranks. Show no mercy.
Okay.
Units, run! Infantry!
Alright, put the Spanish mercenaries right in the middle. Kind of a fun way to use them. They have their javelin attacks they can use. Their Balearic Slingers as well. Excellent.
Quickly! Cavalry! Units, run! Shield cavalry! Units, run! General! With all haste! Units!
Here we go.
The enemy have brought up more men.
Well, they're gonna need
Send
more
them
men.
to the
Like a lot
afterlife.
more men.
Units!
Some skirmisher warbands behind these warbands. These warbands will be pretty well defended by their shield. Oh yeah, they got a great shield there. It's pretty large. So they'll resist most of my slinger fire from the front. What's the shield like in these skirmishers? It's pretty bad. We're gonna target them instead.
Advance!
2 Balearic Slingers though, that's a bit of punishment. Earn a unit to just sit there and take. I'm gonna go ahead and back up behind my line and then take my next shot with the Balearics. Before we continue to shred. Slingers do not have a great arc of fire in this game though, and so firing from behind your own troops can be risky. I'm gonna toss some javelins with the Spanish mercenaries. We're gonna kill some friendly fire here. Not what we want, but whatever. Guys are wavering. Balearic Slinger's gonna Actually, I'm not gonna chase these guys. Just let the Balearic Slingers do their work.
Units, double time.
Iberian infantry!
Units, Balearic slingers.
So routed them. Their Balearics up front and start peppering these warbands.
We're being attacked.
Alright, here we go. Target the skirmisher warband where the general's at. Balearic Slinger's gonna start owning. Force them into a loose formation. Their warband has regrouped. Let's go ahead and target that quickly. See if we can force it to rout again.
We are under attack!
Missiles, attack.
After the warband. I really shouldn't put my Balearics this close to these warbands, but I don't really care. Like, I'm not terribly offensive of these Balearic Slingers at the moment.
Missiles, attack. Units, run. Units,
This cavalry back up.
units. Move at the double.
Okay, I'm done playing with my food over here.
Attack. Move at the double.
This general is the perfect enemy! He does not stand, but runs away! Is there any point in killing him? Enemy cowards
With my
run!
Spanish mercenaries in a position.
them from the
These are basically
battlefield!
like Scutari from Rome 2.
Infantry!
I think Scutari were kind of a medium infantry, and these ones are probably considered light.
Iberian attack.
Ooh, yeah, it's gonna be some nice javelin action here. I guess the Spanish mercenaries are kind of wannabe Romans. But I think the Romans took some of their cues from the Spaniards, did they not? In terms of armaments?
By the gods! The enemy general was a fool!
Anyway, there we go. Clear victory. Go ahead and wrap that one up. Lamonum is going to be not exactly the kind of town that I want to capture because it's going to be absolutely tiny and devoid of population, so I'll have to send some populace that direction. Alright, so what all happened on that turn end? 8 routes. Well, that's good. That's good news. I like enemy armies routing.
Mighty general,
Here's Lamonum.
besieging settlements here.
Whoops. It's- should be a safe auto-resolve at this point. Still going to do a quick save just in case, because you never know with this auto-resolve. Yeah, whatever. It's tolerable. We'll take it.
Victory is
Occupy.
ours, mighty one.
We're not going to be able to retrain anything at Lamonum, so what I'm going to do is disband all of my mercenaries to help put some population in place here. Because I don't expect the Gauls to have a significant enough force to push back on us yet. However, we will need to do some retraining there. Gonna need to figure that out. I don't want to keep burning population at Narbo, but Numantia we could. Let's see. Start training some reinforcements. This army could be a problem. They're gonna have to siege Narbo, so I could come back and help. So let's not let them draw us away at the moment. Let's go over here and let's capture. Let's make sure Narbo has its walls repaired, which they do. Oh, good deal. I mean, they'll have to siege Narbo. At Lamonum, there'll be very little we can do. We can tear down this little shrine. Rebuild our own farms here. Or no, it won't let us tear those down either. Can't tear down the roads. Tear down the muster field. Barbarian trader. I'm just gonna tear all that down so we can build our own stuff here. There we go. Repair the remainder. Let's go ahead and build a shrine to Bale here. Nice to have a barracks. Alright, let's see what happens there.
Orders.
Come disband these peasants. Peasants disbanded, so Nepte is much closer to being able to grow. Apsis. Training those infantry for our army that's going to head to Egypt. Hannibal's army is well underway. Got his long shields over here. I want some slingers for him as well. I don't know where we can train. I think we can get some slingers here. Yeah, we can. Grab some slingers from Masana.
Mighty general.
Gonna go expand these peasants over here.
Mighty, my liege. Prepare for battle. Prepare for battle. Victory is our glorious victory. Mighty general, move out.
Peasants to be
Orders?
disbanded. Alright, perfect. Got those guys out of the way. Tingi is still riding, which stinks because it's actually killing off some population. If I had a general, I could recruit some mercenaries and then send them there. I guess I could take this general out, recruit mercenaries, and send them over there. But at that point, we might as well just be training peasants from here to send over there. Train a couple peasants, we can do that to help make up for some of the population that's going to be lost in the riots. That way we can force them over the hill of growth. Some better walls. Spearmen at Palma. It's really not... I don't know, I'll go ahead and put it out there even though it's not really a true first priority. Just because we can. Syracuse is now in on the rioting game. Let's go ahead and just put some extra town watch here to help calm them down. And at the time, they are building. Galibus needs a lot of population before it can grow. Santa. Alright. Antia has a lot we can do here. Right. Perfect. I think we are free to end our turn. Kinda hoping we'd have some sons or daughters marrying to get some extra generals. Some of these, like Carolus and Sicily, maybe soon.
Mighty general.
Maybe soon. I
Mighty
feel like that's gotta be on the way.
Ships
We
ready.
do need to bring this fleet back closer to Carthage.
Yes, mighty lord. Ships
Thing that
ready.
needs to be blockaded. I don't see any blockades over here, so honestly that fleet can stay inactive. It's really not going to matter. Here's Byzantium. Go ahead and grab some trade rights and map info from the Thracians, and I think this is the last faction on the map that
A most generous proposal.
do that with.
Awaiting your command.
At once.
Here's Cyrene, large town, so and gonna have some pretty small places to take over there. Money is starting to soar, which is good news. The Gauls don't appear to have moved any closer to target Narbo, which is great news for me. Oh my, rebels. That is a pretty sizable rebel army, and not what I want to see up here because I don't have access to troops. Retrain them, but it's just like warband, a couple of naked fanatics. I mean, there's nothing particularly powerful there. But imagine that we can put them down with
My liege.
some ease. Massilia should fall under our control. Or no, we don't need more rams. Assault. Auto hook in, save just in case. Alright, there we go.
Glorious
Occupy.
victory.
Scylla now under our control. Massilia. Training troops. And let's get repairs made. And repair the weaponsmith for now. There's a shrine to Athena here, a Greek shrine, so let's tear that down. Stable. Decent stuff here, actually. Cavern. Execution. Sewer. Good. Alright, see if we can calm Militia down. There's a lot of population there, so I am going to immediately begin. I'm going to drop one of my retrains and start training some Town Watch. Alright, I think it's going to be a good place to end this one. We got a lot of things going on. We made good progress. We captured Lamonum, Narbo, and Militia. Soon we will be marching towards Cyrene and Siwa. That'll be several turns to march, but Gaul is in big trouble. They've been invaded pretty hardcore by us here, and they're going to have some pretty serious issues on their hands. Which means that Italy will not only be threatened from the west, from the south, from the north. They're going to be threatened from almost every direction. And of course, we'll put Egypt and stuff in our targets. So Carthage is looking mighty, mighty strong at this point. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next episode. Heir of Carthage, signing out for now. See you next time.